Good morning. Who's ready? Who's ready for a workout today? Yeah, working out. All right. Good morning, guys. Welcome to Harry's HIIT. Today we are going to do our 90, 60, 30, 90-second interval circuit, 60-second interval circuit, and then 30-second interval circuit. I was going to do a heavier, more strenuous workout, but then I looked at the air quality in San Francisco, and then I realized I probably should just take it light for anybody that's tuning in from San Francisco or Bay Area right now because of all the fires. If you're close to the fires or if you're around these areas, be safe. Actually have to wear a mask when you go outside now to filter your air. So hopefully people will use that this time to get a mask to filter their air, as well as keep themselves safe from the pandemic. Okay, so let's start y'all off with our warm-up sequence, then we're going to do our workout, and then we're going to do our core and finish off with some stretches, okay? These are workouts to help you be conditioned during the pandemic, specifically so that you can get outside. Hopefully, you're still able to get outside. Hopefully, we're all still able to get outside. There's 6 fires in California right now. Six. This is the worst fire season I've seen yet. And it's going to keep getting worse, guys. So please be safe out there. Please be conscious of anything that could cause a spark, even on the road, because stuff is just really flammable right now. California is really dry. All right, let's start everybody off with our warm-up sequence. Let's do some neck rolls. Oh yeah. Just get the neck nice and warm. You know, if I was talking to a chiropractor, he'd say that we shouldn't go all the way back in the straight back section. He would say, just go here and then here. But I think the neck flows perfectly this direction, which is why I teach it with a full circle. If you can, let's try to do your neck swings, like neck glides like this. Can you do a neck glide? This is a new one. This is something that I try to practice a little bit. The glide is actually something that your vertebrae are supposed to do, but we don't practice it every day. So how can you incorporate that? Does that look weird on the camera? Shoulders up, roll back. Oh, and big circles right here. Yeah. Making sure that your shoulders get that full range of motion, up, back, and circle around. Up, back, and circle around. Change directions. Up, back, circle around. Nice. And big circles. Reach that arm up and back over. Now, when I do both arms, my range of motion of my shoulders is not as much as when I do one arm. That's because you get some rotation of your torso. So what we want here with this one is just to warm up your shoulders. And then we're going to change directions. Don't be afraid to give your breath love. Your breath loves having love. Give it love. And then we're going to go one arm. Now, in the one arm's really where we can get full range and then back around. So try to get as far back behind your head with the palm facing out as much as possible and your elbow as straight as possible, and then rotate your torso open. And change directions. Same thing. All the up and then straight down. And change direction. Change arms. Get some music for all you. Change directions. Really for myself, and then you guys can really hear this music. Now, when you're doing your inside, outside, I want you to focus on crossing across your body. Then we're going to go back behind you, and then you're going to flip your hand the other way and then come out. So inside, palm facing this way. Outside, palm facing out. Inside, palm facing your body, palm facing out. Now do the same thing, but go the opposite direction. palm facing out on the back, out. Oh, very nice. And change arms. Change directions. This is kind of a nice little flow for your shoulder, just to get that shoulder going through. Now we're going to go and do our elbows. With your elbows, face your palms up. Why we're facing our palms up is trying to get that extension as we reach. Reach. And change directions. Yeah. Okay, now let's navigate our wrist up and a wrist down. Wrist up, wrist down. Sorry, I'm trying to turn this music on. Wrist up and wrist down. Wax on, wax off. Now, how can we go in a circle? Change directions. Nice. Okay. Now we're going to go our fingers, starting with your thumbs. There we go. Now we're connected. Start off with your thumbs like this. Right? Circles here, circles here. How little can you move your other fingers? That's the game I want you to play when you do these. How little can you move your other fingers? Very nice. Change directions. Slowly go all the way up to your index finger. And your thumb. Now let's do our jellyfish. Man, sometimes these touch screens just don't. There we go. Jellyfish. Thoracic spine. What we have is our flexion, as if someone punched you in your chest, and our extension. So really work on that flexion. As you do your flexion, reach, 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 and then extend by reaching down and up. Giving that breath love is a good idea. If I reach more on the down, then I get more of an open chest. All right. Now let's touch our forearms to our thighs. So we're going to touch, going touch, touch, and back around. Oh, warm up that low back. How's it doing? Warm up that hip. How's that doing? Change directions. Ooh. And let's give those hips a circle. Hip circles are a really great way to start any exercise that you're going to do. Neglected hips, they like to have some movement, kind of like hula hooping. And if you want to do, if you're getting bored with the circles, just going in circles, try doing a figure 8 or a infinity sign. So circle here and circle here, or circle up front and circle and back. Circle up front, that's a figure 8. And then if infinity. You see the difference? You feeling that? So if you look straight down, that's when you're doing that circle. Okay, let's do our leg swings, front to back leg swings first, front. Really make sure that your knee is as straight as possible on both the front and the back. And let's go to the front and back on this one too. Okay, and then let's go side to side. Feeling those hips today. 1, 2. Knee circles. Ankles. Super. So I like to see. Okay, as we finish up our ankles, woo! Make sure you give those ankles, they need some love, especially if you're going outside hiking, doing walks, especially if you're hiking on uneven pavement, uneven like roads, because that's what your body is designed for. That's why we want to make sure that your ankle flexibility and range of motion is good. Do the tops of your feet. And then we're going to do our 4-corner drill. So your option in your 4-corner drill is to just kick your leg out and hold. This is mainly for balance, but you can actually get a little more stretch if you grab your foot and kick out too. Not required. And then let's bring it in and let's grab this foot. Oop. Kick out. Breathe into it. Really kick. Breathe. And bring it back. Kick that back foot back as you reach that arm out in front of you. Kick that back foot back as you reach the arm out in front of you and really open up that hip. Push, push with that back foot. And then let's go into our lotus pose or our tree pose. You either can go above and below your knee like this, or you can grab your foot, come into a lotus, and then see if you can grab back behind your elbow. This is a little shoulder opener with that balance. See if you can close your eyes. Not today. Okay, kick that leg out in front of you. Really kick. 10 seconds here. Breathe. And then let's come on in and kick out. And then let's kick that back leg. Kick that back leg. Above or below the knee or into lotus position. That's why it's a practice, guys. Grab your elbow if you can and see if you can close your eyes. Not today for me, not today. All right, cool. So that's your warm-up sequence. Your body should feel a little warm. Give a couple chugs, little jumps while I'm explaining this one to keep your body warm. Exercise number 1 is our murpee, which is a modified burpee. You do your burpee, except instead of doing a jump back, we're going to go do that nice squat. Then we're going to come one leg back and the other leg back up in real time. Yeah, it's just one leg at a time, right? Making sure that you get that full squat each time when you're doing it. I'm just going to do regular burpees for that 90 seconds. Because I can, and because I like to work on my cardiovascular that way. I have the murpee there as an easier version, specifically because it's hard to do a burpee for 90 seconds. So keep a pace that you feel is good for you, and that's the main thing that I want you to focus on. Exercise number 2 is our lateral lunge. We're going to come from here, and we're going to go lateral lunge and come up. 90 seconds right here. Now, keeping your foot, I just didn't do it. If you didn't catch that, I just didn't do it right there. Keep your foot over that. Try to get like a nice straight line when you're doing that, and then when you're doing your lunge, and then reach back into it, and then come back up and freeze. Out and freeze. Out and freeze. We're gonna go 45 seconds on one side, and then 45 seconds on the other side. Exercise number 3. No surprise, is our rocker crunch. So we're going to go from here out to child pose, rock forward, and push. Notice my push, I'm not trying to
let my shoulders drop like this. You're rocking forward, giving yourself a little bit of a plus, a rounded thoracic spine as you push through and come back up into child's pose. 90 seconds does not leave us a lot of room to do a lot of different kinds of pushes, which is why I always do this one, because it's an easy one that everyone can do. Then we're going to do box step-ups. So if you have a chair, a box, a stool, anything along those lines, that's something you're going to need. In all honesty, you can use so many different things, and if you don't have a box, you can always do our up downs, which is just to start from your knees and pop up. Okay, but for purposes of today, I'm going to do our box step up. We're going to come up, freeze, and back down. 45 seconds on one side, and then 45 seconds stepping up on the other side. These are training for our outdoor climbing or hiking, and that's really one of the things that you'll end up coming across is stepping up. Exercise number 5. This is a difficult one. I want you guys to hang. What that means is if you have your pull-up bar or if you have some sort of thing to hold on to, the hang is just to hold for 90 seconds. 90 seconds is a long time to hold in a hang. I have a pull bar right here. You might see me just do this right here. I might back it up, or I have one over here in my rock climbing wall, and I'm just gonna hang right here for 90 seconds. When you're doing your hang, make sure that you pack your shoulders down. I had a good question from David last week on Tuesday. What does it mean to pack your shoulders? Packing your shoulders means your shoulders can just hang. When you're hanging and you just let your shoulders out of socket like this, you're not actually strengthening anything but your finger joints and your forearm strength, okay? When you're doing a shoulder pack hang here, you're pulling here. You're engaging your lower trapezius and your lats to pull your shoulder complex into socket. This is to prepare you for more pulling in the future. That's why I have so much hanging. And if you can't hang for 90 seconds, no problem. Hang for as long as you can, come off, take a quick rest, and try to go back up. That's totally fine. It's not designed so that you have to stay up for the whole 90 seconds. If you can't stay up for the 90 seconds, do as good of a job as you can, okay? All right, here we go. Let's start with our burpees. So, burpees, 90 seconds. Here we go. You guys can do the Murpies, which is one leg at a time, like this. Making sure that you get that squat each time. You can squat down with your hands coming down like this. That's totally fine. As long as you keep that nice squat. Notice my squat here, and then I reach my hand pressure onto my hands. When you're coming on the back, make sure you have that nice plank where your butt is not sinking. Keep it up. You got this. Halfway. Really work on using your core to pull in. The lighter you can do it, the better. 15 seconds. And time. Whew. That'll get your heart going. Lateral lunge. And go. We're going to go 45 seconds on this right side, and then we're going to switch sides. Whew, feeling that bad air quality today. Good thing I'm in my house and have not opened the windows. Definitely don't open your windows If you're working out today, I don't care how hot it is, try not to breathe the outside air if you're in the Bay Area. LA, I don't know how it is, but hopefully you guys aren't experiencing the bad smoke that we are. And switch sides. Oh yeah, sit that butt back. Each time, press through, engage that glute, pressing through the back heel and the front toe, the whole foot. Get that freeze and come back. And time. Let's drop it down for those rocker pushes. Making sure that elbow pit's facing forward and those elbows are hugging into your ribs when you're doing this. And if you can, try to go farther. See how far forward you can go with your pushes, otherwise known as a planche push. That will really allow it so that you can have full range of that shoulder in a push. That nice low push. I'm pushing right now closer towards my belly button. Give that a try. If that's too much, you can push by your chest. That's not a problem. Keep a pace that you can do for 90 seconds. And if you're out of pace, just pause and then go right back into it. The goal is to finish as many as you can do in 90 seconds. If you don't last the 90 seconds, take a quick break and keep going. Try to get movement the entire 90 seconds. Elbows hugging into those ribs. Driving it through, you're almost there. I can't even see what the time is. Oh, 3, 2, and time. All right, box step ups. All the way up and to the freeze at the top. 45 seconds on the right side. Ten seconds left on this leg. 5, 4, 3, 2, switch legs. Left leg. Oops. Nope, that's not right either. This is it. Keep it up. 20 seconds left. Really try to drive in. I'm trying to do an elbow tap at the top. Totally fine. If you only want to just go up, key is to step all the way through and all the way down. Again, if you don't have a box, you could be doing up downs. In time. Oh, all right. To the hang. And again, if you can't do the whole 90 seconds, that's totally fine. I might not be able to do the whole 90 seconds today. Pack your shoulders in. Slow that heart rate. Call. Oh, fuck. Try to prevent yourself from swinging. Deep breaths. Hold. Feel that grip. Hold on, you got it. 3, 2. 1 down. Good work. 1 down. Take that minute and a half rest. I'm going to show you your next exercise. So, for round 2, we have a 60-second round. And in the 60-second round, we're going to start you guys off with burpees. Surprise! Burpees again. Yay! Let me just reset this timer. Okay, so burpees, same thing that I was explaining to you before. Nice squat, touch the ground, pop back, and pop forward. Really focus on making as little sound as you can with your feet. That actually will engage your core more because you're having to use your core to hold your legs as you come forward and back. Make ninja soft sounds, okay? Really soft sounds on that one. Then we have round 2 of our side lunges. We're going to do our curtsy lunge. So we're just going curtsy to curtsy. No one side at a time. Just curtsy to curtsy. Hands can go on your hips. Hands can come up, just stay up here in fighter, or hands can come up to your head. Do not interlace your fingers, just touch. That's the hardest one. Exercise number 2, or 3 rather, is our rocker crunch again. This time with your rocker crunch, try to come off your knees for the push. I want you to focus on trying to come off your knees for your push. So coming off and push. Child's pose, come off, push. If you can only do 1 off your knees, that's acceptable. If you feel yourself buckling, having to elbows coming out, anything that your form is not as good as when you were doing it with your on your knees push, I need you to then go down to your knees, okay? Go down to your knees and do the push again. It's totally fine to do it from the kneeling position, but see if you can knock out a few in regular push-up position when you're doing this round. Box step up for this round. Box step up for this round is a box switch. You're going to come up and switch, and switch, and switch, and switch. So it's about getting your speed accelerating up as you switch your feet on this one, okay? And then for the final round, 60-second hang, what I want you to do for this one, in our last one, we're going to do an actual jump pull. For this round, what I want you to do with the hang is to see how long you can hang in an up position. Hold. And in that up position, lock off and hold. Super difficult for 60 seconds. I realize I'm probably not going to be able to do it for a full 60. I want you to just hold it. Hold it. See how long you can hold it. If it hits 15 seconds and you come down, shake it out, jump right back up. That 60-second round is designed to try to keep as much work as you can do in that 60 seconds. All right, here we go. So, burpees first. You ready? Here we go. Burpees, get that good squat, and go. Nice. How light can you make that burpee? As little sound as possible. Using your core to soften your landing. It's easy to go fast with a lot of sound. Can you go fast with less sound? A lot of energy gets used when you're trying to be quiet. Three, two, and time. Whew. Curtsy lunge. And go. Come down to the other side. 7 o'clock and 5 o'clock is where you're aiming that back foot. Keep your core nice and tight, body upright as you're pushing through. Exhale as you come down. "20 seconds, 25 seconds left. Drive through that front heel as you come down, pushing through. 7 seconds, keep pushing. And getting ready for our rocker. Again, when you rest time, try to do the push off knees. Keeping those elbows down on the ground. Around that thoracic spine as you push. Pushing the earth away from you. Keep it up. Remember, if you need to drop down to kneeling, that's okay. Get that form. More importantly than anything else. And time. Getting ready for that box step up. We're doing that switch. And go. Launch through, switch feet, launch, switch, launch, switch. 35 seconds left. Keep it up. This one's a hard one to do for 1 minute. Imagine you're hiking up a hill. You get that last stretch, finishing up that last stretch. 10 seconds. And time. Getting ready for the hang. Hold it up as long as you can. And you shake out. It's okay. Shake it out. Your body hasn't been getting as much oxygen. Once you're ready, go back. Two down. I need a second on that one. Okay. Your lightning round. 30-second round. Whew. That one's tough. Okay, lightning round. Here's what I want you to do. With your burpee, we're going to do burpee with a spin jump, okay? So you go burpee, burpee. I understand it's hard to do super quiet right now. Totally fine. Do as quiet as you can do for this round. Burpee. Then for our lunge, we're not going to do ice skaters today. I want you to do the alternate, except in the alternate, I want you to really speed through. Really try to go fast. Shoot that butt back. You know what you're doing here. 30 seconds right there, going super fast. What do I eat before and after my workouts? I did not eat this morning before my workout. I do intermittent fasting, so I don't eat my first meal until about noon. I have a cup of coffee. I have a bulletproof coffee for my mornings. So organic cream, heavy whipping cream, just a little dollop. Oat milk, coffee with collagen, MCT oil, and a little bit of mushroom extract for stress and immunity. That's literally, I haven't even finished it. That's what I have to sustain me until noon. And at noon, I have my first full meal. If I'm on a workout day, I have 3 meals, noon, like 4 or 5, and then another one around 8 o'clock. And then I stop eating and I do a fast for the evenings. Where am I? Rocker crunch. Rocker crunch. This round on the rocker crunch, I want you to do a double pump. So you're coming back here, you're coming up, 1, 2, and then come back, 1, 2. Really work on getting those 2 pushes perfect, and elbows hugging in, elbow pits forward. If your push-up is not perfect, go down to your knees and do the kneeling push. Again, no shame in doing a kneeling push. I'd rather you do a kneeling push in good form than a regular push, or quote unquote regular push, off the floor push with bad form. Okay, so it's very important that you do it with good form, and hopefully you're comprehending what I mean by good form when I say that. Box jump on the last one, only up. You're only going to jump up. So we're going up and then come down, up and then come down. 30 seconds here. Last one is your jumping pull. So all I want you to do, let gravity help you with your pull up. So I'm going to do it in this one, on this one, because it's easier for you to see. I'll clear the frame if I do it on the other one. So we're going here. You're going to jump up, pull, come back down. Jump up, pull, and come back down. Usually the pull-up bar is a little ways. If your pull-up bar is like right here, just let your body accelerate you as you pull. Come all the way up into that pull, lock off, slow yourself down, and then reset. So really, in this pull-up bar that I have right in front of this, it looks like this. Yeah? So you're pulling all the way up, and then you're coming back down, letting go at the bottom. All right, lightning round. Hopefully you guys are all got a good enough rest on that one. Now is the more important time than ever to get in shape and to get outside. Obviously not with the fires, but as the pandemic continues and the US continues to drop the ball, what's going to happen is we're going to be in shelter in place or quarantine for, God knows, a year, maybe 2 years, depending on what's going on. And one of the only things that we can do, and one of the main things we can do for ourselves, even without quarantine, is to get outside. So that's why I wanted to create these workout programs so that people can get in shape, because being outside is great, but if you're not in shape, if you don't have a conditioning program to get outside, it makes it a lot harder to get outside. So these workouts are here to aid you in weekend activities to get outside, or weekday activities to get outside, whichever. So 30-second round. This one's fast. Here we go. Burpee with a jump twist. Whoa, that's a new one. I just flung the mic. And time. Lateral lunge. Nice and fast. Keep those feet paralleling one another. This one's going to keep your heart rate up. And time. Rocker. Double pump. All the way up and all the way down. Push the earth away from you. Keep your butt up. Remember, if your form starts breaking, go to kneeling. That's okay. And time. Box step coming up, or box jump. Just up. Keep it up, 5 seconds. Try to get as many as you can. Five seconds. Whew. Yeah. Good work. Whew. Oh my God. Y'all did it. Those are tough. Not easy to do. Definitely difficult, right, to get all those down. So good job. You made it through that. Simple exercises done with the right sequencing can be quite difficult. So hopefully you're able to use these as a guide for the workouts that you, your workout program. Whew. Yeah, you're not the only one that's tired after that one. I'm tired after that one too. Okay, so now that I've almost caught my breath, we're gonna do our core. There's only 2 today. So we have low boat tuck. Boat in yoga is this guy right here, what we're doing here. So what I want you to do is boat and tuck, and then come back out to boat and tuck. Yeah? So low boat tuck. And then what I want you to do is go to a plank. And with your plank, we're going to go, because you're only doing 30 seconds and 2 rounds of this, what I want you to do is come out into that plank, in that push-up position plank. I want you to drive your left foot into your right knee and then come onto the other side and then back. So it's going to go in, out, back, in, out, back, in, out, back, or cross, in, out, and back. Those 2. Very good core exercises to do. Okay. Boat first, yeah? Here we go. Boat, tuck. In 3, 2, 1, and boat, tuck. Boat, tuck. Flatten your back here, come in. Flatten your back, come in. Point your toe. 5, 4, 3, 2, and time. Get ready. Up. Cross over back. Cross over back. "15 seconds means you're halfway. Five, 4, 3, 2. Woo! 30-second rest. Tough one, right? Good. You can do just the core exercises if you want to do just the core exercises. I have started to do my own sequence. Like I do this workout right here that you're seeing obviously with you. And then on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, when I have time, I just started this week, I do a core routine that is a hanging core routine. I can certainly show you guys that another time. But the hanging core routine on my other days, and then I do these and the hiking and climbing on the other days. Boat, tuck. Boat, tuck. 10 seconds. 5, 3, and time. All right. Here we go. Press it through. Core is the one thing that you can probably get away with doing daily and not injure yourself. You don't want to overdo your rectus abdominis though, which is what most people do when they do their core. They're only working their superficial muscles. You got to work the deep internal muscles, which is why you draw your belly button in and then flex as you're doing this one. Your obliques should also feel this because we're going cross. In time. I am sweaty. Sweaty. Good work, everybody. Keep it up. These are not easy, but you're all doing it, which is the most important part. Even if you can only do one, or if you're only doing a little bit, that's totally fine. Everybody's at the level that they're at. Don't be hard on yourself if you can't make it through the whole set. Progress is progress. If you continue to come and continue to do these exercises and you progress, that's really where you're going to see your improvement. Boat, crunch. Boat, crunch. That's my resting position here. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and time. Oh, I started a little early on this timer. That'll give us a little bit more time to transition to the next one. And up. Take your time. Ten seconds. One more each side. Oh. Yeah, baby. Boom. Hey, sorry about that. Internet just decided it didn't want to do what it wanted to do. Okay, so start ourselves off with this lunge. We don't need this anymore. Press through that back foot. Really press through that back foot as you push and open, pushing this knee forward as the back foot goes back. So you're trying to open up your hips more. That's the whole purpose of this stretch, is to open up those hips. Giving yourself some of that relief and stretch for the workout that you just did. Okay, so now from here, flip the back foot back, flip the back foot as you shift your weight forward and reach that arm up to the sky. This gets your hip flexor. The more you shoot your hip forward, the better for this particular exercise. Shift, 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 shift. Press through that back foot. Same thing, you're trying to pull that back foot back as this foot goes forward. And you reach up, getting your hip flexors. Pull that toe towards that shin. As you pull that toe towards your shin, really open up your hamstrings here. Breathe into it. Point your toe. Yeah, shift that weight forward. Grab that back foot as you shift and lean forward. Same thing, you're pulling this back leg as you shift your front foot forward, or your front knee forward rather. Breathe into that quad. Quad and hip flexor stretch. Open it up, lift up your chest, and switch sides. Going back into that lunge. It's okay to have a little bit of a round like I do right here. If you have more than I have right here, go on a block so that you're a little higher like this, so that you're nice and flat. What we're trying to do is flatten that back as you shift this knee this way and that foot that way. And then let's put that knee down, flip that back foot as you reach your hip forward and reach that arm up. Breathe into that. And then let's flip that toe towards that shin as you get your hamstring. Shift that weight forward as you grab that back foot. Same thing, shift that weight as you open up your hips. Woo! How's this one feel for y'all? If you can't do this one, you can always do a standing quad stretch. It's not quite as effective in the tightness, but if you're that tight, the standing quad stretch will do just as good of a job as this one right now. Oh, let's unwind. Let's do our up dog. Keeping our knees up off the ground as you roll your shoulder blades back and you lift up, getting that low back. And then let's go into down dog. Shifting. See how my knees are slightly bent. Try to straighten out your heels. Push your heel down to the ground and shift your weight forward.
press and switch. And shift. And both feet. Let's go to our child's pose. So in your child's pose, reach back and reach those arms out in front of you. Press into the ground. Well, as you press into the ground, what ends up happening is you feel your lats opening. Reach those arms out in front of you. Let's go to one side. Ooh, get those lats. They did a lot of work today. And then to the other side. Ooh. Let's unwind. Let's reach that arm up to the sky, rotate, cross through as you push this top arm and rotate open and sit your butt back down. Rotate and cross through. Press. Unwind yourself. Let's do our chest stretch. Coming into our 90-90 like this. Yeah. If you can shift this arm however you see fit as you rotate and open. It's not about your scorpion, it's about your chest being open. So just really focus on this. Think of this, if you've ever done the doorway stretch, that's what this is similar to. Oh. And let's switch sides. Oh. Oh. Unwind. Let's do our butterfly stretch. So grab your feet like this, then take your hands back and press into the ground as you shift and pressing those knees down into the ground. Breathe. Nice. Good breaths, nice deep breaths in this position. Shift and press. You're just trying to push these down into the ground. Grab your knees. Give those knees a circle. Yeah? And then let's grab one knee and take that knee and rotate it to the other side. Giving yourself that spinal twist. Switch sides. Give your knees another hug. We're going into our Shavasana now. The workouts end in Shavasana because working out stresses your body out. It's a workout. So you're always ending up stressing out your body when you're doing a workout. It is good for you. It's good for us to have a little stress, but it's really important for us to turn our parasympathetic system back on. And how that's done is by grounding yourself. That's why we do these 10 breaths at the end. If you can do a longer than 10 breaths, great. But for purposes of this class, we're just going to do 10 breaths to really set yourself onto the ground and ground yourself in. So deep breaths. That doesn't count as a breath. Sorry if I startled you. One more big deep breath. Inflate those lungs all the way and exhale. Wiggle your toes, wiggle your fingers, slowly rock yourself back so that you can come right back up to a sitting position. Thanks for joining me today. I noticed a lot more people like the Thursday class. Hopefully y'all can join me for the Tuesday class as well. I understand if you cannot. I do this class for free, but if you are able to donate on my Venmo account, it's Harry H. Yuan on Venmo or PayPal. I haven't really posted that on YouTube because I'm still trying to get together all the sequence. It just allows me to have a little bit more income during this specific time where everyone is doing not so great. Obviously, if you don't have a job, please don't give me money. I want to do this class online, and I want to do these classes for free online because I want people to get in shape and I want people to be able to continue to work on their health. Too much of our society right now is focusing on germ theory, and it is not necessarily the only thing that we have to fight against COVID. A big portion of what we have to fight against COVID is working on our immunity. That's getting sunshine, that's eating well, and that's exercising regularly. So I hope this can motivate all of you to, thanks David, I hope this can motivate all of you to continue your workouts. It's really great to see you guys comment, tell your friends. Anything you can do really helps. I want to keep this going, and part of the motivating engine is to see you guys grow as an audience, because what I'm trying to do here is build a community of people that want to get outside, that want to do more movements, or just want to stay in shape. I use these as conditioning so that when I go out hiking, when I go out climbing, I'm still in cardiovascular shape and anaerobic shape as well. And I hope you can do the same. So thank you for joining, and I'll see you guys next week. I hope some of you are able to get outside, even with the crazy fires that are going on. And I'll see you guys next week, and Friday I'll have a new video. Thanks. Talk to you soon.